Hi guys, I'm Princey and welcome back to my channel Ang's Cadbury. As promised earlier that from the new year I will be starting a Wednesday kitchen series of mine. That is, I will be sharing certain kitchen recipes for you, which was one of the most requested videos. So I have thought of starting it from a new year session. So here's my first recipe as my kitchen queen recipe. So I have named this series as Princess Paghar. Now you may be wondering that what the word Paghar stands for. Kitchen in Assamese is known as Paghar. So it is the tone we used to spell like that. It is known as Paghar. You can pronounce it. So in Assamese we call the kitchen as Paghar, and since the Maagh Bihu is knocking at a door, so I will be starting this Paghar series from a recipe which is a must have for our Maagh Bihu. So Maagh Bihu is a harvest festival celebrated in Assam, which marks the end of harvesting season in the month of Magha. So it is the Assam celebration of Sankranti, which feasting lasts for a week. The night before Maagh Bihu is known as the Uruka, when people gather around a bonfire and cook dinner and make merry. So this recipe is a must for our Uruka. So now let's move on to this recipe. So in order to make this recipe, we would need some meat. Today I am taking mutton. You can also make this curry with chicken. So I have already washed the mutton and now I am going to marinate it for an hour or two by using 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder and 1 tablespoon of salt. Then I will mix it all together. I will be also giving 1 tablespoon of coriander powder and then mix it well. And don't worry that I am using my hands because I have washed all my hand earlier. So I will be mixing it well and then cover it for an hour or so. So moving on to the other ingredients we will be needing in making this recipe. So I am taking here 6 onions and cutting it into 2 halves. I am taking 3 potatoes and cutting it into 4 halves. And I am taking 2 tomatoes and cutting it into 2 halves. And I am taking lot of green chilies. So I will be using this spice mixture today. And for more details on this spice mixture, you can check into the description box. So I have cut the onions and the tomatoes into 2 halves because I will be blending it in a mixture and making a paste out of it. So I am mixing the onions and the tomatoes and the green chilies into my blender and then make a smooth paste out of it. So here's my green chilies, tomatoes and onions goes into the mixer grinder, and here's the paste out of it. So in making this recipe, we will also be needing half teaspoon of sugar in order to enhance the color of the recipe, and then ginger garlic paste. I am very lazy in making ginger garlic paste, so I am using this ready-made Nilon's ginger garlic paste. So next I am taking a deep bottom pan and adding some oil to it. I am taking 1 tablespoon of Dhara refined oil because I believe in healthy cooking and I don't take much oil in cooking my recipes. So to this I am mixing 1 teaspoon of sugar in order to enhance the color of the curry. And moreover, when the sugar melts off, I am adding to it the onion, green chilies and tomato paste, and I will be cooking it for next 2 to 3 minutes. So after cooking it for 2 to 3 minutes, and when the color of the onions has turned some golden brown, then I will be adding the ginger garlic paste to it. I am eyeballing it here. I am adding at least 1.5 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and then I will be cooking it for next 2 to 3 minutes. You will really love the aroma this paste is secreting now. So after cooking it for 2 to 3 minutes, now I will be mixing in the spice mixture to it. I will be mixing 2 tablespoons of this spice mixture. I have made this spice mixture by taking 2 tablespoons of black pepper seeds, to 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds and a lot of dried red chilies. So I have blended it in a blender and stored it for further use. After mixing it well, I will be cooking it for next 5 to 7 minutes because I don't want the raw taste of the black pepper or cumin seeds or the onions or tomatoes I am using in this paste. So I will be cooking it well for next 5 to 7 minutes. And what I am doing is that I am adding some water to the blender. I have blended the onion and the tomato paste and then stirring, giving it a good stir and mixing the water into this mixture, and then I will be cooking it for next 5 to 7 minutes. So let me share with you some health benefits of black pepper. Black pepper relieves from respiratory disorders, cough, the common cold, and that's why it is used in many households. So after cooking it for next 5 to 7 minutes, this is how my masala or spice mixture looks. So to this now I will be adding the mutton pieces and the potatoes at the same time. If you wish, then you can also add some pumpkin pieces to it. Pumpkin will enhance the taste of the curry and also make the curry look more thicker, and it is completely optional. If you wish, you can add pumpkin to it. So after mixing everything, I am giving it a good stir, and after that I will be covering it with a lid and then cooking it for next 15 to 20 minutes by mixing it, stirring it continuously in small intervals. So after 20 minutes, this is how the gravy looks like. It is still have to be cooked because mutton takes time to cook. Some people add baking soda in order to cook the mutton easily, but I am not using it because I wanted to cook it like this. I was about to use the word naturally. So after mixing it all together again, then I will cover it with a lid and then cook for another 10 to 15 minutes by stirring it occasionally, so that my gravy doesn't get burnt out. We have to stir, don't forget about stirring it occasionally. So after 20 minutes, again means 40 minutes, this is how my gravy looks. And you can keep this gravy as so if you want it to be dry fry like that. And if you want it to in a gravy style or curry style, you can add water to it. So I will be adding water to it now. And before that, I will see that if the potatoes have been cooked. Yes, the potatoes are well cooked and tender. So now I will be adding water to it because I want it in a curry style to have it with rice. So after adding water to it, I will mix it well and then cover it with a lid again and then cook for next 20 minutes. The mutton takes long time to cook and become tender, so you need this time, otherwise you have to pull the mutton pieces. Next, I will be taking a spoon like so and then break the potato pieces in order to make the gravy more thicker. So I was unable to do it with a single hand as I was holding my camera on my left hand. I have turned off my camera and I have just break the potato pieces, and this is how my gravy looks after that. And thus it has become thicker. So I will be serving it in a Assamese traditional style, that is in a brass plate and a brass bowl. So we call it as kaho kahi and kaho bati. So along with the rice and the mutton curry, I have served egg bhurji. So I will be doing a recipe on it also. So try this out at home and do share a picture of it with me in my social media. Do follow me in my social media. I have given the handles down below. And for more recipes like this and for more interesting videos like this, stay tuned to Anku's Cadbury and do hit the like button if you like this recipe out there, and do subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. So till my next video, love you, take care, bye.